Based upon the comedian Joan Rivers' recent death, there's been a lot of talk in the news about medical malpractice cases here in the state of New York. Let's clear the air and tell you exactly what's involved in a medical malpractice case here in the state of New York if you believe that a doctor or a hospital did something wrong. Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. So now, if you believe that a doctor or a hospital violated the basic standards of medical care, and now you suffered injury as a result of improper medical care, what do we need to know in order to evaluate whether or not you have a valid basis for a case? First, we need to show that there was wrongdoing. Second, we need to show that the wrongdoing caused injury. And third, we need to show that the injury is significant and or permanent. Those are the three basic elements that we need to prove a particular case. Now, legally, that's known as showing liability, causation, and damages. Okay, you might ask, well, how do we do that involving a doctor or a hospital? What we have to do is show that the doctor who was caring for you violated the basic standards of medical care. We need to show that the violation of the basic standards of medical care was a cause or contributing cause to your injuries. And obviously, we need to show that the injuries are significant or permanent. Now, how do we do that? The very first way we do that is by obtaining all of your medical records. Only then can we make an educated decision about whether or not you have a valid basis for a case. But wait a second, it's not just I as the attorney who's evaluating the medical records. In fact, did you know that in New York we are absolutely required to have your medical records reviewed by a qualified medical expert who now is going to determine whether or not there was wrongdoing, whether the wrongdoing caused injury, and whether the injury is significant or permanent. All three of those elements must be present in order to confirm that you have a valid basis for a case. If our medical expert comes back and says we only have one element, there's no case. If there's only two elements, there's no case. We have to show all three elements in order to go ahead and go forward with a valid medical malpractice case. That's unlike a car accident case. That's unlike a real estate dispute. In those cases, you don't need a medical expert or some type of expert to confirm you have a valid basis for a case. You simply go to an attorney, you draft your complaint, start the lawsuit, and guess what? Now you're on your way. Not so in medical malpractice cases. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you to give you an insight and an understanding into what an attorney needs to do in order to evaluate whether you have a valid medical malpractice case here in the state of New York. There's been a lot of controversy and a lot of discussion about medical malpractice cases since Joan's recent hospitalization and her untimely and unfortunate death. You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. This is something I do every single day and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.